Yeah. Hi guys. I would like to speak to the talk about something which involves parent as a whole. I would like to bring a story come to your notice and to educate parent how our roles are very vital in our children's life, both boys and girls. They are all important to us. They are all dear to us. Shekima Bagum, I may not be able to pronounce that name very well, but she's a British citizen. She was 15 years of age when she was radicalized, and of course, she was radicalized online, and she traveled to from United Kingdom. She flew to Istanbul, and from Istanbul, she flew to Syria in 2015 to join ISIS. As you all know, ISIS is a terrorist organization. I hope you agree with me on that. So, because people will not to come online and say, "Oh, you are against Muslim," I'm not against any religion. Trust me, I'm not. Okay, so this lady joined ISIS because she shared the ideology, and she was in ISIS detention. A camp in 2016. So in 2019, this story came to United Kingdom, and of course, her citizenship was revoked. She was born in United Kingdom, yet her citizenship was revoked because the Home Secretary then declared that coming back to United Kingdom posed a security threat to United Kingdom, and based on this fact, our citizenship was revoked. So that is what I'm saying. If the parent, of course, like I said earlier, parents have a vital role to play in our children's life. We need to checkmate what they watch online, because this is the age that they are into YouTube, TikTok, and they are into like device, a lot of like the iPad, name it. So they can be easily radicalized. We need to prevent this so that our children will not end up in the terrorist detention camp. We need to do better. I know it's not easy for parents, of course. Yeah, it's not easy for parents, but we need to do more so that our story will not lose our children to terrorist organization. Now, back to my point. I use myself as an example. I don't. I Sometimes when my kid sleeps and at night, I pick their phone, pick their gadget. I'll go through what they have done for the day previously. I go to the history. I check everything they have been doing. You know why? It's not that maybe I don't have anything to do. Sometimes in the midnight, I'm awake, checking these girls, checking these boys, phones, stuff like that. Go to their bags, check everything in their possessions. I'm looking for things that is suspicious so that I make sure that I portray them and put them in the right direction. Children, their brain is as white as snow. So if you tell a child negative things and you're able to convince this child, what I'm telling you is the real thing, is the right thing, the child will emulate that and it will stick to their brain. If you have a white and you put any stain on that white, it stays. It stays. So you need to do extra work for you to remove that stain. That is how our children, that's how they are being wired. So it pains me that a citizen of United Kingdom, our citizenship was revoked. She's a Muslim girl. I'm not, like I said in my earlier on, I'm not against any religion. You do your religion, I do mine. I don't care. Okay, I stay on my lane, you stay on your lane. But my argument is parenting. That we need to involve more in our children's life so that they don't get radicalized, and at the end of the day, they are being brainwashed to join a terrorist organization. You see what is happening everywhere. Children of 11, 12 years. Look at what is happening in Iran, teaching 12 years old boy or girls how to carry AK-47. Look at Gaza. Hamas teaching children how to carry AK-47. 12 years, 14 years. We see this on internet. It's not me fabricating it. It's everywhere. You can fact check. So this lady, Jekina Begum, her case was tried in the lower court, and the first court ruled that she needs to be brought back to the United Kingdom, and so that she can go through trial. But the government went to appeal court, and appeal court agreed with the Home Secretary that yes, of course, once anyone poses a security threat to this country, should not be allowed to enter the United Kingdom. And I support that. I support that judgment. I support that idea. If you pose a threat to the United Kingdom or to any country, you should not be allowed, whether you are a citizen or not. So that is why it boils down to people that said, once I have a British citizen, once I have a German citizenship, once I'm declared that my citizenship it can be revoked at any time. So have that one at the back of your mind. Even your own country citizen can be revoked. Yeah. That's the fact. Because this lady, her parents are from Bangladesh. Yeah, it's a Bangladesh. Yeah, and the Bangladesh government said no. We're not going to allow this lady to come to their country because they're also afraid. Let's assume, because after the appeal court, the lawyer fighting for this lady went to Supreme Court, and Supreme Court also sided with the Home Secretary, because when it comes to issue of national security, it's beyond your right. You can't claim right that I'm a citizen of the United Kingdom, and when you pose a security threat to this country, you're right. Yeah, of course you have a right, but the security of the country supersedes your right. That is what we need to understand. So stop saying that after all she's a citizen. After all she's a citizen. What are you talking about? How do you feel if this girl comes back to the United Kingdom? Do you like her to be in the same class with your child studying and be teaching your child how to be radicalized? To change, this radicalization is an ideology, and all the Western leaders need to do more about this ideology. Of course, yeah, I am a Christian, okay, but like I said, I don't condemn any religion. I don't, and I will never. We have a lot of religions on this planet. I don't condemn any religion, and no pastor, no man of God, I call him man of God, that will ask me to go and carry a gun and kill my fellow woman. I will never. Bible says, thou shalt not kill. Apart from thou shalt not kill, I can't do that, because I educate people. Do not be part of terrorism. Do not. It's totally wrong. It's wrong. We cannot allow ourselves, our children, our family member to be part of a terrorist. Never. Because in my next video, I'm going to show you the camp of these people that are affiliated with ISIS in Syria. I'm going to show you the video in my next video. I wish this girl is being de-radicalized. That is my own opinion. The picture you are seeing, I want her to be. That's my own opinion. I'm just giving my opinion. I want her to be de-radicalized, to change her ideology, to embrace Western value, to embrace the value for life. She must understand the value of life. Value to accept other people, value to accept other religion, value to accept other faith. That is my own candid opinion. But the Supreme Court has already declared. I think the next thing for the family is to go to European Union for Human Rights Convention. I think that's the only way they can go through about this court case. But I think she left the UK at the age of 15, and to this 2026, by now she's going to be 31 years. You can imagine someone have this ideology for a very long time, more than 15 years to 18 years. Do you think it's easy to de-radicalize this lady? Please put your comment in the comment section and share your thoughts. Let's discuss. Thank you so much.